The United States is heading towards a trade war on multiple fronts. We've talked about it often enough here on Crosswinds Business. Time is running out to find a solution. Key deadlines are approaching fast. For example, tariffs on around $200 billion worth of Chinese goods could come as early as tomorrow, Friday, certainly next week. NAFTA negotiations with Canada have already blown past a self-imposed deadline, several of them. And a new set of trade negotiations is about to start with EU leaders in Brussels. Leaders are trying to find solutions. Companies, though, have to compete with and cope in the new trade landscape. US whiskey producers, for example, have been targeted with tariffs from the EU, China and Mexico. That's the tit for tat, of course, for the steel and aluminium. Australian winemakers saw their products held up in Chinese ports as political tensions between Australia and China simmered. As for my next guest, he's the CEO chairman of international beverage giant Pernod Ricard. He's Alexandre Ricard. He joins me. Good to see you, sir.
Very good to see you.
We have to, before we talk about your own individual company, of which you very kindly brought some samples, we have to talk about this trade war. How worried are you that you're getting tariffed at one, not at the other? It's becoming more complicated.
Well, it is complicated in these days where we would qualify the environment as a new world order, where you do have geopolitical uncertainty and also monetary uncertainty. For a business like ourselves, who operates in 86 different markets across all continents, based on an origins-based business, so all of our products come from a terroir, for sure it's something we need to cope with.
Are you being affected at the moment? Where are you being hit at the moment, if at all?
Well, for the time being, we're not being hit. That being said, currencies do fluctuate. Over the last 12 months, basically, currencies have weighed on our results.
So when you get, for example, the dollar, which has appreciated, largely on the back of the trade war and the better economic performance in the US, the US is a large market for you, so you gain because you're earning in dollars. The problem, of course, is when you repatriate into the results that you seem to have lost.
Yeah, strong dollar on one side is good, but weak emerging market currencies on the other side is not good.
Right, now we've just been talking about emerging markets with our previous guests. So tell me how that affects you.
Well, we are exposed to emerging markets. 40% of our business is derived from emerging markets, just like China, India, Latin America, and Africa. And that's where you see weakening currencies that aren't good for our reporting business.
Strip away the financial ease, if you like, of it. What's the actual core underlying business doing? Because I saw your full year 2018 results. I mean, up 6%, and you were very happy with margins you were receiving, even allowing for currency.
It's absolutely true. We have had a very strong year over the last fiscal, principally driven by all regions, and that's great news. It's diversification of the sources of our growth, coming from the US, by the way, but also China and India, for instance.
So consolidation within the large drinks groups has been one of those things that's happened again and again and again and again over many years. Have we reached a point where further consolidation isn't feasible or reliable?
No, what you're probably going to see in the coming months and years is what you've seen over the last few years as well, which is targeted acquisitions, bolt-on acquisitions within the industry, and basically buying new startups as well.
And as for your products, which is your favorite?
Well, one of my personal favorites is Jameson.
Yeah. Anything else?
Which comes from Ireland, but I also am a big fan of Absolut.
Oh, yes, right. And a bit of champagne never goes amiss. And, well, a good old cognac just before we finish. Can't leave without... I don't know what it is, but it looks... we better keep it over here.
And that's tequila.
Oh, well, tequila to finish off. Right, well, I don't know about you, but thank you very much for coming. Just
pleasure.
Leave them where you see them. Thank you. Now,